Welcome back to Growth Catalyst Hub. Today, on day 5, we are going to look at how do you identify the growth opportunities in your industry. Let's dive in. Step 1, very simple, stay updated on your industry trends. Industries shift. Technological advancements have a severe impact on industry. All industries are reeling. Policy changes affect the industries. Global reorganizations, whether China is doing some reforms, whether US is doing some reforms, whether Taiwan is getting hit with some labor shortage, all of this change industries dramatically. So you need to stay ahead of the curve. You need to stay abreast of the developments. How do you do it? Very simple. You can follow newsletters, sign up for newsletters. You can sign up and follow people, leaders, thought leaders on LinkedIn. And there are industry magazines, industry newspapers, which are published, which you can subscribe to. These are some of the ways by which you can and should stay ahead of the curve in terms of following and knowing the industry trends. Step 2, look at what are the skills which are emerging skills that are in demand. You can scan job postings by different companies. If you were to take an example, when I was very young, let's say in my college days, Fortran and Basic were the computer languages. Today, if somebody knows only these, he is completely outdated. He would not be touched by any company. You need a Java, you need a Python, and you need maybe R and whatever other skills that one needs to go ahead in life if that person is a software related person or coding related person. So you need to stay ahead, stay abreast of the developments which are happening in the field, and you need to have the right skill sets. Today, companies want specialists, not generalists. So you need to specialize and you need to know what to specialize in. And if you're in a technological company, even otherwise, there are newer skill sets which are coming. Do you have competence in AI? Do you know different ways of doing things? Do you know how to use AI in whichever field that you are operating in? These are important things for today. And how do you even know that these are important? By scanning job postings, by looking at what are the skills that different companies are demanding. When you scan some of these, when you look at some of these, you would get to know what are the sectors emerging, what are the skill sets which are demanded by these emerging sectors. So start scanning, start looking at what skills are required, and start having a plan of action to acquire these skills in case you are going after these kind of roles and positions and you don't have these skills. You should also subscribe to industry reports. There are reports brought out by Gartner, McKinsey, and other consultancy organizations. Sometimes Government of India and other governments also publish reports. Sometimes these are books which are published on industries and the evolution of those industries. Only by knowing what is getting published and only by following and reading and being abreast of the developments, you'll be able to know that these are happening, and therefore these are the industries that I can and should go. These are the skill sets that I should and need to acquire. Some of these decisions you can take only when you know what is happening across different industries. So start following up in terms of what is getting published in different industries, especially in the industry area that you are interested in. 5, track your progress. You would have set your milestones. You would have set a goal for yourself, which is a long-term goal, let's say 5 years, 10 years down the line, and you would have set milestone accordingly. And you would have also identified skill sets that you need to pick up along the way. Now, have a review mechanism so that, one, you look at whether these are the skill sets which are still relevant. A skill set like Fortran, if you had said that you need to acquire, is no longer relevant. And similarly, I don't even know what skill set would be relevant 2 years down the line. It may be relevant today, and some of the skill set may vanish, especially if it is in the area of technology, even before you start even acquiring it. So you need to know and review whether the skill sets that you wanted to acquire are still relevant, review that. Whether you are progressing the way that you wanted to progress, review that. And if your progress is not satisfactory to you, you need to look at whether you need to put more effort, whether you need to put different kinds of effort, or whether you need to look at some other out-of-box thinking. Use feedback very wisely to improve. Don't wait for annual feedback. Annual feedbacks happens once in a year. Annual appraisals happen once a year. And by the time that you come to annual appraisal, already you've lost lots and lots of time. So don't wait for that. Ask and seek feedback very actively. Ask and seek feedback from your boss, from your subordinates, from colleagues, from the cross-functional team that you work with, from your clients, from your vendors. Seek feedback so that the feedback can chisel you and help you improve in terms of both your hard skills as well as the soft skills. And again, don't wait for it to come to you. Go and seek it so that you improve on a continuous basis. Let's summarize what we have learned today. 1. Look at the emerging industry trends by following thought leaders, by subscribing to newsletters, and so on and so forth. 2. Look at in-demand skills by looking at job postings, looking at which industries are emerging, looking at what skill sets are asked by the emerging industries, and look at what gaps is there between what is being demanded and what you already have. 3. Network, and network by attending physical events, network by being on platforms like LinkedIn, by following people who are there, who are doing that, who are thought leaders, and so on. 4. Look at industry reports which are being brought out by different bodies. It could be government organizations, it could be consultancy organizations, it could even be books written by famous authors who are researching those industries. 5th, look at getting feedback on your progress from your colleagues and co-workers and boss and vendors and clients so that you can continuously improve yourself. I'm sure you liked this session. Like it, please subscribe, and we will meet you in our next session.